I think you think the sky's the limit for these guys. You're exactly right. We've never been much of a early signing period kind of outfit. We've always kind of laid back a little bit to, see how it sorts out in a way where we can get the highest level of guy that we possibly can. I can tell you that the guys that we signed here, were still in the, big time college recruiting kind of process at that point. They were thinking they were going to possibly be at some of the larger schools in the state. And, as they got through this process, they come on and decide that they want to play for South Carolina State. Well, with the relationship that we got a chance to build once we started it and signed early, it really gave us a chance to really build that relationship in a way that we got a chance to get these guys in here. So that's kind of our style. It's been that way. We're a little bit of an underdog style kind of mentality that way. We think that we get these guys and we can see sometimes, when we build a relationship with them, what kind of, intestinal fortitude, that kind of stuff these guys seem to have, what kind of fight they got in them, what kind of bite they got in them. So in those particular cases, we think that those guys, can come in and give us some help. That's just how we do it. So this is a typical group for us, except for it's a smaller group than we've had last year. I got our last year signing class here. We signed 22 kids last year. This is the exact same deal. And of those 22 kids we signed, 17 of those kids, were on our team and made some kind of contribution last year. It's a little bit of an unusual kind of deal, but that's why our class is so small this year, because we had such a large class last year. And with that being the case, we think that this group is going to be just those particular needs as opposed to just kind of a, whatever's available kind of a class.
How much does that help the entire coaching staff, knowing there's a lot of continuity from last season to this season? You don't have a lot of holes to fill and all that.
I think a bunch. That means our spring practice should be very similar to what our fall practice ought to be. You go out in the mornings now, we've got our all-season conditioning going now pretty much full speed. And I was out this morning at 6 for a while, and we had, 80, 85 kids out there running around. I know that there are a couple of walk-ons, that kind of stuff out there, but that's still a large number for this time of year. Most times we'd be somewhere in the high 60s, low 70s. So, with that size group of guys in spring ball, that makes for, the ability to do things a lot better. So, we think that we've got a chance to be, a lot farther along that way this coming spring, as opposed to previous springs, but sometimes you have to do a lot of half-line drills because you don't have enough of certain positions, that kind of stuff. So, I'd be excited about the fact that we seem to have most of the pieces in place for the coming year, and that'll give us a chance to get just that much more work, going into the spring and into the fall that way. Stacy, Mr. Danley, my boss, has been here now for about, going on 2 years now. And, he comes in here with 3 good-looking boys. He's got 2 other boys back behind Lawson that are, pretty good athletes also. And if you look at Stacy himself, Dan himself, you can tell, what kind of player he was when he was down at Auburn. Those guys will chip off the old block that way, except for the fact that he's not a running back. We don't know exactly what he's going to be, but we know he can run. He's got some bite to him. We think he may be, a linebacker, defensive end kind of guy, maybe rush on third downs. But at the same time, we bring those kind of guys in and we kind of figure it out a little bit. We like to think that he'd be, a high-level guy. And, that's one of the best things about having that relationship, because I don't know if we would have gotten him, if it hadn't been for the relationship that we have here and the fact that his dad would enjoy being able to see his young man play, as opposed to, and he trusts us with the fact that he thinks that we'll do a good job with his son.